Paperback Bromance is brought to you by Dr. Lovejoy's Maine-made elixirs, the low-dose way to unwind your day.
Welcome to Paperback Bromance. This is a podcast where we read modern and classic romance novels and give them in-depth reviews. But here's the thing. They can only be secondhand novels. We have to drink boxed wine. And Matt has read the book. I'm David Joseph, the guy who has to read all this smut. And I'm here
With Matt.
And I'm Phoebe, who reads the steamy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paperback Bromance. As always, I am Matt. I am here with David and Phoebe, and also a very special guest, friend of the show and author of The Ghost Trap, Kay Stevens. How's it going, everybody?
Hi.
Kay Stevens. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. I am so happy to be here. Thanks for having me here.
This is really, really cool.
This is exciting. Yeah, I'm hoping this is the first of many authors we get to have visit, so welcome. You get to pop our cherry.
Already getting into the smut.
Already getting too dirty.
Kay Stevens is a freelance journalist, a author, and a screenwriter who has written The Ghost Trap, which we reviewed in our previous episode. And, oh man, I am so excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm really thrilled to be here.
Right on, right on. So, should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's
or-
get into it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where did you hear of Trap Wars, and is that what inspired you to write this book?
Yeah. So, every great story doesn't start over a salad. It always starts at a bar. And,
Okay.
That's true.
and when I moved to Maine in 93, I made every friend I'd ever met at the Sea Dog in Camden, Maine. The original
Oh,
Sea
yeah,
Dog.
the
Where the
original
Jack
one.
is.
Over on the mill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And at that point, everybody who was young was just gravitating there. And it was a nice mix of, office people, lobstermen, tradespeople, people work deckhands on schooners. Anybody who was young was there.
Yeah.
And so you would sit elbow to elbow with every kind of diverse kind of profession and personality and everything like that. So I made friends with lobstermen. As it goes, you have one or three beers and you get some stories out of them.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Does it really only take three? I think it's
usually,
like one.
Usually that's about a six twisted tea.
Or maybe,
conversation.
like a half a beer and they're ready to tell you their life story.
No, they normally are not,
Okay.
especially from somebody from away, and I was. So
Oh.
so I had to be very, very respectful. About
Away from
that.
where?
Well,
Because I'm also from away.
Actually, Matt is too.
I
I'm the
am
only
too.
Mainer
Phoebe's
here.
the only actual
only-
Mainer
I'm
here.
the
Yeah.
only actual Mainer, kind of.
Yeah.
I had moved up. I had gotten my degree from Emerson College in Boston, and I didn't
Oh,
want
right
to
on.
be in a city anymore. I just wanted to be by the lakes and the ocean. So I moved up by myself to Maine in 93. And so, being from away, you have to be really super careful,
Yeah.
Mhm.
particularly around this subject, because it is a very close-knit subculture.
Mm.
And, I had friends in the industry who would tell me about trap wars, but that was very little known at that point. Nobody was really talking about it in the
Right.
early 90s. And so that ended up being kind of the focal point, the plot points of the Ghost Trap. And then I built the narrative around that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it was just literally just hanging out with guys at the bar was the inspiration for this story.
It's how I get all my stories.
Is that also where you got the quote, why don't you grab a ladder and just jump on my sphincter while you're at it? Because I'm glad that went
Yeah.
from the book to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That quote was definitely heard in a bar, and that quote was definitely inserted into the screenplay for the movie, and you heard it.
Laughed out loud every time I read it, and I watched the movie twice. I already told Kay this, but yeah, I watched the movie twice.
There's
I love
people don't know this very much, but they've always asked me, did you star in your movie? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Did you do a cameo?
No.
Now I'm realizing, did you do a cameo?
No, but
No?
I did a voice cameo. So
Oh.
the part where Jamie's on the VHF, and
I love that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
and
It's-
well, I don't know how. Well, I'll just say it.
Go ahead.
So
Go
anyway,
ahead. Yeah.
Well, it was written into the script anyway, and the female voice is like, "What's going on with you?" And he's like, "Hey, everybody, shut the fuck up." And the female voice says, "Well, there's no need to get all uncunted over it." That was me.
I love it.
That's
So,
fantastic.
That's my SAG fame.
And as always, dear listeners, we're even in a bonus episode. There's lots of spoilers. So
There are
if you want to
spoilers about
pause
the book and the movie.
either
Yeah.
watch the movie, which is incredible, or
Free
read
on
the book
Tubi right now.
free on Tubi right now, or read the book, which is also incredible.
Yes.
Hit pause. We'll be here when you get back. Kay, where did you get the idea for Anya to have a handicap? Because that is that really the That's
is
not
that the
the
focal point of the.
Is it the focal point of the book, or is it just really
It's the heart of it. I think it's
Okay.
the emotional heart of it. It
because
came.
her on the VHF?
That was so funny.
Yeah.
All of the VHF conversations. I don't mean to interrupt, but of course
We got to digress. a
Oh,
little
you're
bit.
getting. I saw you hanging out with all
allow
the
it.
harbor hogs down at Myrtle the other night. Like,
Yep.
that must have been something you've heard in one of the bars. Like, 'cause
Not only heard but lived it. But yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that element of Anya being head injured came from two real places, and one was that a family member of mine had sustained a horrific brain injury when I was 17 through a car accident, and it changed his entire life, and it took more than 5 years to recover and become who he was. So I witnessed as a teenager him going through every level of forgetting how to talk and walk and getting back to normal. And it just, that was devastating for him, the family, everybody, and yet the perseverance that he exhibited going through that. And I just decided that was an element that had not been brought into a relationship before. And,
I have never read something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's another element to lobster fishing is it's a very dangerous profession.
it is, yeah.
And
It's dangerous
really
and it's
dangerous.
hard work.
It's hard work. It's dangerous. People look at a lobster on a plate. Oh, I got a lobster, but they have no idea what people do to go through it. And some of my friends, lobstermen friends, have witnessed people getting pulled overboard.
Mhm.
And that my experience and the dangers of the lobstering industry kind of converged into what was going to be the narrative arc to this story.
I mean, I know people that have personally fallen off boats in a bad storm.
Yeah.
And it's, maybe they shouldn't have been out at all.
We see
Or-
too many of those stickers, man, on the back of trucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We see too. And the stickers I'm referring to, dear listeners, is lobstermen that have been lost at sea.
Yeah,
and it's their
there's-
birthday
yeah.
and when they were lost.
Memorials.
There's
and
a
stuff.
great-
Yeah, it's
absolutely is.
amazing, yeah.
There's too many of them in this area.
It is, yeah.
There's a great memorial not statue. It's a big brick at Marshall Lighthouse.
Marshall
Oh,
Point.
Yeah,
Marshall
Marshall
Point.
Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I went out there one time. I was just showing my friend from California, a lighthouse. And I'm like, hey, Forrest Gump, you like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the first lighthouse that Forrest Gump ran to.
Right.
Listeners.
Yeah. So I went over. Yeah, because
Kay,
this is
you've
a
been there,
Forrest
right?
Gump
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, Kay's been there.
I went over and I touched the stone and I had a visceral response, from people that I've lost
Yeah.
personally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was really powerful.
Right.
So, can we compare a little bit the book to the movie?
Yeah.
Why in the world did you switch it to Allagash instead of PBR?
Oh.
Or
this was-
in our world, smut
Yeah.
juice to other smut
Right.
juice.
Don't think I didn't bring that up.
I'm bringing it up.
No,
Oh,
don't
so
think I
that
didn't bring
wasn't
that
your
up too.
decision.
Oh, it is not. Obviously, obviously,
course.
PBR is going to be the
That
choice.
bugged the shit out of
All
me.
right, so this is why, and this is movie situations. Okay, we couldn't get a license to
For
portray.
PBR?
Wow.
No, but Allagash gave us one, and I told them, I said, no self-respecting lobsterman's gonna be sitting here drinking a.
Wow.
Hell, and they're like,
I'm
"Look,
glad that you left it in the can.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, it could have been
know.
twisted tea.
Oh, yeah, and I suggested that
Probably
too. And
same
I'll tell you
thing,
what.
though.
Yeah, at least they weren't like pouring it in a glass and throwing an orange slice on there because
At least
that
it wasn't a.
I would have stopped the movie.
that's a Phoebe drink for sure. She
Yeah.
loves an Allagash.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I know.
I would not see a lobsterman drinking an Allagash
No,
with a
that is
No
valid.
Slice of orange.
self-respecting
No.
lobsterman's going to be popping a can of that
No.
Allagash. So sorry. Yeah, you.
No, they're driving around with a tall boy, a
Oh, no,
twisted tea, and a couple
I'm so
fireball
calling
lamps
out
in their
Hollywood
truck.
on that.
No, Yeah.
All right. So to set the record straight, dear listeners, it was Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah. Go still watch the movie.
Yeah.
Still
Yes.
watch the
All right.
movie. It is worth every freaking second.
Don't send Kay hate mail about
No,
wrong
please.
answers.
No.
Don't
and
do
listen,
that.
listen. I've already gotten the hate mail on the accents. Okay.
What?
And-
Oh, from
Okay.
so yeah, the lead character sounds like he's from Boston. That's all right. It's
Right.
okay.
It's all right.
That's
I know.
okay.
It's a
Well,
hard
Listen,
accent.
we told them, we put the actor Zach Steiner and
Who was awesome.
Stephen
He was
Ogg,
great.
who also you might know him better from it's the video game
He was in Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft-
Yeah.
Really?
He was
Yeah.
also on the movie Snowpiercer
And he was also
I
in The
love
Walking
that
Dead.
flick.
and
Yeah.
in The Walking
Yeah.
Dead. Yes.
So we told them ahead of time, said, do not try to emulate the main accent. Please just go with what you. And they toned it down quite a bit, but they did a lot of work ahead of time on this, a lot of
Yeah.
work. So, and actually, my lobsterman friends took them out on what we call lobster camp for an entire week. They went out on my friend's boat, learned how to bait the traps, haul traps, basically, use herring and all kinds of bait
Roll a
and all
joint.
stuff. Yeah. That's where they got introduced and hooked on Twisted Tea. I could tell you that. right
There
now.
you go.
But
See?
you-
See? Hollywood, if you're listening, it should have been Twisted Tea.
Yeah,
Should
it
have been
should have
Twisted
been.
Yeah.
I love in the book Jamie's lunch.
Yeah.
He has cold pizza for breakfast
Mhm.
and then fruit pies.
Mhm.
the vegan.
The
pizza.
vegan. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am somebody who observes a lot. I just observe a lot as a writer. And how many times have I been standing behind a guy like a stop and go and watching what he's
Oh,
buying for
my
lunch?
word.
So
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
that ends up being,
Yeah.
realistic.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've
amazing.
seen that 1,000 times. I think I mentioned it when we reviewed the book. Like, you're just at Maritime Farms and someone's, oh, yeah, where are you working down today? About down by the school, and I'll take 4 Fireball next,
Yeah,
please.
there we go. You're talking about
All right,
fireballs.
what
Yeah.
would you think would be a normal lunch? First of all, I think there's going to be a Yoo-hoo in there
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely a Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Gas station pizza.
and a scratch ticket.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Pack
a
of
scratch
smokes.
ticket. Definitely. Yeah,
It used to
pack
be.
of
It
Marlboro.
used to be a PBR, and then it
Mm,
turned
PBR.
into like a small nip at Allen's, and
Yeah.
now it's Fireball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Fireball.
Maybe a can of Grizzly,
I think we just triggered. Kate.
You are bringing me back to the worst hangover I had
Oh.
on an island
Ever.
in my life.
For-
It's
yeah,
too much
I-
sugar. That's what it is.
I have not touched Fireball for like 5 years
It's
at this
evil.
point.
Oh, dear.
It's just pure evil.
I
I
got
wanna-
fed Fireball at my bachelor party. Thanks a lot.
That was not me.
No,
I fed you good quality cannabis, and that was it.
See?
and White Claw surges.
And White Claw surges.
Okay. That's
We digress.
We digress.
Okay, I want to ask you about the difference in the book between how Anya comes about her brain injury, because in the movie it's a rough wave, and is that a real thing? Because I honestly don't know.
Okay.
A rogue wave. That's
A rogue
definitely real
wave,
thing.
and then but in the book, I
Yep.
think we touched on it. She gets hooked on the
Yep.
line.
Yep. Valid question. And again, this is the constraints you have when you are going from writing a novel where you're able to portray anything happening to real life production where there's a certain level of constraints you have to have. So in the book, when Anya sustains her brain injury, she's been yanked overboard by one of the traps getting caught on her sweater, which is
Right, she
a
was wearing the
typical-
wrong clothes.
Right,
if
yeah,
I remember
wrong clo-
correctly,
yeah.
never fucking wear cotton.
That's right.
Right.
And that's a true story. And all
Why don't
that.
you want to wear cotton? Just a little digression here.
Well, first of all, it's not a material that sustains water very well.
It
and keep-
retains water as
it,
opposed to
it just
wicking
keeps you cold, but it's also
Right, it just stays wet.
it's something like the sweater I'm wearing right now could be caught on a trap easily or a buoy or whatever and thrown overboard. In the movie,
Mhm.
we did not want to subject Greer Grammer, who's Kelsey Grammer's daughter, by the way, from Cheers.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Get out of here.
Yeah. She had signed on to the movie 2 weeks before we were set to
Oh,
start.
wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
She had
She was amazing.
never been thrown in the ocean the way we did with her. And she took on such a heavy hitting role.
Those are Maine waters, dear listeners.
Yeah.
It is. I
It's
don't care
cold.
what time of year it is.
Cold.
It can be.
I was gonna ask
the
what time
heat-
of year that
It could be the
was.
heat of August. It does not matter.
And it's still
It
cold.
is cold.
Yeah, you're talking
So-
60-degree water at best.
Hypothermia within minutes.
We sat, production, Lobsterman and me sat in a restaurant with little tiny pretend, little lobster boats that were, tiny sized and tried to map out how this would possibly work. And we realized there's no way we're going to throw a girl and get her under the water
In
on a
full
trash
gear.
in full gear. I mean,
Yeah.
And then scoop her up quickly
Yeah,
enough that
no,
she's not
no.
actually getting
no.
hurt.
So what we came up with and what can happen is sometimes a rogue wave can actually knock the boat to a certain degree where, obviously somebody's going to lose their balance and it's not high rails on it. So that's how we had to do it for her so that we didn't actually jeopardize her entire safety. And we had a diver with a camera and she was absolutely terrified being in that water.
And it shows. It shows because I don't know, dear listeners, if you know what lobster gear looks like, but they have essentially a rubber, not a rubber overalls.
It's
rubber
overall, but
Grundon
there's
overalls that can gather water really fast. And,
and fill up and just sink your ass. So that definitely came across.
They're great when you're on the boat, but if you're off the boat,
you're in the water, not so good.
Yeah.
So and I've actually, I got a TikTok channel. I have a little behind the scenes. I filmed a lot of the behind the scenes in the film with my camera, and it shows when she went in, and you can tell she's just doing her best to act, but not be terrified at the same time. So
she crushed it.
Yeah, she did. I thought she did.
Absolutely
amazing.
that whole scene was, it was shot very well. Her acting was incredible.
Yeah.
So I want to go a little bit further in the story and talk about Happy.
Happy. Okay.
So I get as being I'm from away, but I get that a girl coming in on she's a summer girl.
Yeah, she's a summer girl.
Okay. All right. So dear listeners, a summer girl, if you're living in Maine, we get a lot of summer people up here.
We call it fresh flesh.
When I was 12, I did not call it that. I just was like, what are bongo shorts?
Oh, dear.
Yes. David's wife, who was on one of our previous episodes, was a summer girl for a time.
Yep, she was.
Yeah.
So were you,
David only
Matthew?
had I was a summer boy. That's right.
I met. This is wild, Phoebe. We married summer people.
We did.
Yeah.
Weird.
So I've known.
That's the allure,
I've
isn't
known.
it?
Yeah,
The allure.
Right?
Yeah.
It's somebody
Well,
who's
she's also tall and blonde.
She's
So
gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
So Happy.
Yeah.
Why the change? Because I loved in the book that they go. Which buddy is it that he goes to Camden with? The artist guy.
Carrie.
Yeah. All right. So they go to Camden, which they hate. And as somebody who grew up in St. George,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we hated Camden.
Well-
We don't know why we hated Camden because right now my
It's
son
rich and snobby.
goes to Camden. Well, actually, it's mainly retired CIA. So I think that's part of the reason.
That's fun.
Well, I mean, it's like hate watching a TV show. It's like coming up from the point,
It's
and
just-
hate watching the tourists
Yeah,
walking
it's
around
just
Camden.
inherent. Like
And-
it's gonna be there regardless.
Well,
of
nothing
whether
like driving through downtown Camden and having 18 people just walk out when there's a crosswalk somewhere else. It's like, dude, it takes you half an hour just to drive a quarter mile.
and they're supposed to smile and wave, and they never do.
No,
Yeah.
rude.
So
Rude.
rude.
So Happy. Let's introduce her for a second. So she is a schooner first mate, and it was loosely based on the Appledore. And yeah,
Okay.
yeah. In fact, we were working to try to get a main schooner in the film when we actually had to change venues and film some post-production stuff in California. So we never got the main schooner, but we got a lot of the main scenes on that. But so Happy is just a summer girl who is the complete opposite to what Jamie's life is, which is obligation and structure and pain and literally no freedom. And she is the freedom girl.
Yeah.
Just
So-
happy-go-lucky.
She's
just go where the
happy-go-lucky.
wind takes you.
Yeah, yeah. And in the book, it's sort of
They meet at a house party.
They
Like
meet,
at is it Don McLean's mansion? You can say it's Don McLean's mansion.
There was a little castle kind of house, not the Norumbega, up in Camden that I went to in a 90s party, and the place was decked out in a way you can't even imagine. Well, you can, because if you read the book, that's exactly the way it was.
Yeah,
decked out.
it was
Yeah.
it was wild.
Yeah,
dear
and
listeners.
everybody,
Wild.
again, was just so commingled in the 90s. There was no differentiation between, the guy who works as an electrician and the girl who's doing PR for, a politician. It was just everybody got together, and that was the beauty and the brilliance of the early 90s in Camden, where there's so many young people around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it translated as much in the movie where they met like at a bar.
Yeah,
playing
a lot of
pool.
my scenes got cut out. And
Okay,
that's so
there it is.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Again, we're gonna blame
Again,
Hollywood
I'm
on this.
blaming Hollywood because that
No,
was
but I do want a little pitch for my production company, Conlarian Entertainment, because this was a lightning in a bottle story. And
yes.
Peter Couture is from Winslow, Maine.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And he was the one to come from LA and North Carolina. They had a production company they just started, and he came up to Maine and he picked out my book at a Lincolnville bookstore 2 weeks before they closed. So,
wow.
what kind of kismet's that, right?
No
So,
kidding. Yeah.
and he read the book and he came back and he said, "This is the first movie we want to make."
That's amazing.
So,
Wow.
That's really, really amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, they did do a really good job with it.
Oh my
You
God.
know, of course, I understand things have to get cut. Like, it's never easy to make a book into a movie because it's way longer than a screenplay could ever be.
Right.
Unless you wanted to go Lord of the Rings style and make 3 movies
have
out
you
of
watched
this.
the uncut versions?
No.
Oh my
What?
word, 3.5
They
hours,
own
dude.
them.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have time
It's
for
literally
that.
over.
I'm busy
It's
reading all
like-
this smut.
You are not. I am.
I'm a
Yeah.
slow reader. My
Watching
chapters
those
take me
is a
some time.
work day plus after hours.
So I want to interject a little bit.
Yep.
And
Let's talk about the steamy a little
well,
bit.
I wanted to
they're so
talk
little
about
steamy, though.
I know. I will talk about that. But
It's
what
very
I wanted
Maine lobsterman steamy.
what I wanted to say really quickly was so I mean, David and Matt aren't officially from Maine, but David lived here the majority of his life, and
Yeah.
Matt really did too on Monhegan. But I
Big
think
lobster
what
community.
we had talked about on the podcast, but how beautifully Maine, both the book and the movie are
Nailed it.
we were oh
captured
yeah,
everything.
that's got to be
Nailed
this
it.
place and this place and this place. It gave David and I goosebumps. We were like, oh my God,
I watched it
and
twice.
that was amazing.
Where
It
was the
just-
bar scene shot?
Yeah.
So that was originally slated to be down in Port Clyde.
At the
Poon.
At the
At the
Poon?
Poon.
Yeah,
Poon.
because
Hey Matt, do you know anything about the Black Harpoon?
I know a little bit
A
about the
little
Black
bit, a
Harpoon.
little bit.
he might have bartended there a little bit.
I used to practically
it
live
was
there.
Yeah.
the Poon shot we were
Yeah.
going to do. But,
Yeah,
That's where I
and I
started
hosted
this
trivia there for
trivia.
a while. That's where it all started
but
off.
yeah, once again,
Hollywood.
we're just going to use that. Hollywood, we had to move some scenes out to California, and to their credit, boy, did they find a bar that looked similarly like a 90s.
That's why I'm
That's true.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
That's
really
why
was,
I'm asking. I'm like, I
Yeah.
cannot place this
that
bar for the
definitely
life of
could
me.
have been like
It was very
Cappy's or whatever.
reminiscent of like Cuzzies or
Cuzzies,
the
that's what it is,
Harpoon.
yeah.
Absolutely, or
Cuzzies, yeah.
Gilbert's or something
Right,
like that.
Myrtle's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, my
It
word,
was
Or
Gilbert's.
Myrtle, yeah. And
You know, Gilbert's never flushed their lines for their beer.
Oh, don't say
Yeah.
that.
Why would
Well,
you
they're
do that?
gone, so I can say it.
No, I go to Myrtle all the time. Don't say that.
That's Myrtle. They're
That's
not
Myrtle.
Gilbert's.
Different
Oh,
company.
Gilbert's.
Gilbert's.
Oh, well, they're gone and dead. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gilbert's
see,
never
they're
flushed
fine.
their beer lines, which is
Myrtle's
a free
fine.
service.
Phoebe and I were in a music video that was shot at Myrtle.
We
well,
were.
part of it was
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Yeah, my good friends Drive By Todd.
Our post wrap up party was all at the Myrtle. Everybody wanted to go. Everybody on production and crew were
course,
there
of
partying the
course.
night away. That was
That's
awesome.
Was that
Fantastic.
after or
Yeah.
before
When we
they
wrapped the last
redid
night.
the bar?
Oh, for
'Cause they
with
put the
have
horseshoe
center
bar
now.
in
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
yeah.
And our good friend Todd is the head bartender
Yeah.
there. Shout out to Todd.
Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Hope you're listening, Todd.
And Leslie, who owns it.
Yeah, Leslie's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Leslie owns
All
it.
right.
So-
I digress.
We
We
always
digress.
digress. You got it.
Yeah.
All right, so,
So
the whole do you have a new girlfriend or do you have an oxy habit?
Right. Yeah, a new girlfriend or a new oxy habit.
So, yeah,
And
Donna
this is where Jamie has started to kind of step out.
started to step out. So, this quote, what you just said, do you have a new girlfriend or a new oxy habit? That
I know because you've been looking at my phone.
that was a quote from Jamie's mom, Donna. And she is a
Ooh.
no-nonsense lobsterman's wife.
Holy
who's
crap! Did you nail that too?
on a select board, and she just takes no crap from her husband, from her son, from anybody. And, instead of the Donna Reed, I'm in the kitchen and I'm whipping up a great Thanksgiving for everybody.
Here's my blueberry cake.
Yeah. She's looking straight at him and going, look, babysitting your girlfriend again because she's not able to,
Take
be
care of
on her
herself.
own.
Yeah.
So you better have a good excuse why you're out for the third time this week, you little shit.
Mhm.
And I love her, and I love how
I
that was translated in the movie too.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a little. This is very impromptu. I
Yeah.
did not prep you for this
Okay.
because it translates directly from the book to the movie, and it's Jamie on the phone with his mom.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Fuck, mom, can you just help me out here this once? And what does his mom say?
I forgot.
Did you just say the F word to me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. James, did you just say the F word to me?
Well, no, ma. I said the F word.
Like,
I just said the F word.
because I swear to God, you little tick. I'm paraphrasing.
I
I
love
will
it.
crush you.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was summed up every Maine mother that I have ever met
Yes.
in my entire life.
Sarah
Oh,
Clark
man.
played that role in the movie, and she did a really good job with that
It's
too.
amazing. Yeah.
Right. And I know you've been looking at this question too.
Oh,
So
I haven't looked at your phone at all.
not at all. Right there.
No,
It's
no,
right there.
I don't know.
Stop, stop being so paranoid, dude.
Go
So
ahead.
if your book was a candle, what would it smell like? Would it be briny like the sea?
Oh, if my book was a candle, it would smell like bayberry and PBR.
Okay.
There you go.
Whoa!
I was going
like
to guess
it.
saltwater and PBR, but
Yeah.
that works.
That works out a lot. Oh my word!
Yeah.
Bayberry and PBR.
Or what are those little nips again?
Fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Fireball and severe regret.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
Yeah. I got Matt a candle that supposedly smells like cocaine and hookers.
Oh, wow.
Did you get it in Vegas, or
No,
did you find
no,
it
I
at
ordered
Toby's
it.
grocery?
I-
Oh, you ordered it.
I ordered
It smells
but
like vanilla.
it's
So
like
the hooker
vanilla.
part is on point, but the
Yeah,
cocaine missed the
cocaine.
mark.
Why do all the hookers smell like vanilla?
I don't know. They rub it all over themselves. It's
We'll
not
never
for
know.
me
We're
to
from-
figure
we're
out.
from Maine, so we'll
That's
never know.
conjecture.
You'll never know.
From Maine, so we'll never know.
I mean, the strippers sometimes smell like hookers if you go down to PTs or
Wait,
Diamonds.
well,
I
I
don't know.
We're
would just-
digressing.
okay.
We are
Yeah,
digressing.
well,
Phoebe, you had a question earlier.
Yes.
So we were going to talk about the smutty parts, which there aren't, but it's more like romantic.
It's
and,
more romance.
And
Which not all the books we read are aggressively smutty. Some of them are just romance.
The scene going up the mountain.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought was that was, he's in his F-150, just throws it into fourth gear
Yep.
and freaks her the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're practically, they go almost 6 to noon, Matt.
6
6 to noon.
But in the
not
truck.
in the, it's
Again,
a truck.
again, based
not
on a
the-
real experience.
Oh, did you also make out at the top of the mountain?
I think I was too traumatized to do that at that point. But yeah, that experience going up that mountain in like literally just crawling over tree trunks and then having a beer at the top. That was so.
Was it an F-150?
I can't remember. But
Oh.
probably.
There was an F-150
Okay,
or a
these are the
Silverado.
details
that we
It's-
need.
It's Maine. Come on. It's one of the
You
two.
got-
It could have been a Ram.
It could have been, but it probably wasn't.
I feel like that's the most romantic main guys
Mhm.
get though,
Mhm.
because like that is like
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it into fourth, bring you to the top of a mountain, and look at the stars.
Scare the crap out of
Drive
you.
you somewhere
hand
that
you
you've
a
never
beer
gone.
and look at the stars.
And
Because
then- and then
Honestly,
hold you
the
while
best
you get
date
through
I
the
was
PT.
ever on.
yeah,
Honestly,
right.
like, don't take me to a restaurant. Just terrify me. Put me in a truck and go and crawl up a mountain to the point where I think the
Yep.
truck's going to overturn and let me scream and let me fear for my life. And at
Yep.
the top, give me 2 beers left of your 6-pack and let's just talk about life a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Main guys are kind
Were
of
there
hard to
chicken tenders?
crack. They're hard to crack.
Be
but
honest.
like
Were there chicken tenders?
No.
but those guys will show you like some really amazing like experience.
Yeah.
Like main guys are really good at that and like deep diving into their soul without expressing it vocally.
It's still a rugged
So
place.
I
It's-
feel
Yeah.
like romance in Maine for women, if you're coming up here, is you better be ready to do all the guy shit
Yep.
that they do because that's how they're going to woo you,
Mhm.
you know?
Yes.
You want to go ice
100%.
fishing? Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to do
Yeah.
that.
What do you
wanna-
mean you didn't wear long underwear? That's
Yeah.
a you problem.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister
You didn't know it
married
was gonna
warm
be
up in my
cold
truck.
out here?
my sister married a Maine guide, and he is like one of the like he's from Hope, and he is like one of the most rugged guys I know.
He's a logger, right?
He's a logger. He's a Maine guide. He holds state records for hunting and like all this stuff. And my
He
sister
spends
was
most
not.
of the winter in the woods
I
chasing
know.
moose.
Yeah, my sister was not into any of that until she met him, and now she is like this rugged. Like she is a badass. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to
Does she prefer steel or Husqvarna?
I don't know what that is.
That's a crucial question.
Okay. Well, I don't
What
know.
that means.
It's a chainsaw.
They're chainsaws.
Oh,
But she's not a
I
logger.
don't know.
She does
She's-
go
no,
hunting, though.
She goes hunting
Oh,
and
oh,
fishing.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
got a hunting rifle in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back
yeah.
of her Jeep.
Oh yeah,
I
like
thought
at
she
all
was out there
times.
logging with him.
No.
No. My bad.
No. My sister is born in South Carolina. She likes the warm weather, not the cold.
Fair. Matt, do you have any questions for Kay about the movie?
About the movie. Well, I mean, huh.
Huh.
You
just
really
put
put
him on
me
the
on the
spot.
spot here.
You did.
I did.
Totally.
I
The
absolutely
movie
did.
specifically.
Womp
Did you
womp.
have any part in the casting? Like, was that so? Were you able to like kind of interview and sit in on these like auditions?
Yes.
No shit.
Oh,
Who did you
so,
get to vet out?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this production company found
She's
my book.
about to drop the mic.
And I don't know how they hired me to be the screenwriter. But then on top of it, they invited me to be an executive producer on the project.
That's awesome.
Which part of the duties of that is you have
Casting.
full, vetting of casting.
Wow.
And we went through a lot of what we call lookbooks, of Hollywood actors, and there were a few thrown our way. I'm not going to name names, whatever, but whoever was not chosen, it was just because of, for me, it was all about the authenticity. I needed to know that the person who was going to represent Jamie, a Mainer, had to look, feel, and be the part.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I
You
couldn't
needed
have
that
some
hair,
slick
the
LA guy,
the beard. You know, you have to look
Yeah.
rough
Right.
and tumble.
Yeah.
So, and Zack Steiner, who is on Euphoria, he did so much pre-work for this. So what he did is he read the book and then he would do these long monologues and send them to us as voice audio files
Just
of
to
him,
audition?
of him being Jamie
Wow.
and
Wow.
talking out
Wow.
loud and just basically extemporizing, is that the right word? But he would just
You're the author.
derive from the book and then just pretend to be Jamie and just talk.
That's awesome.
And that was that sold me on him. And of course, Greer, she had the vulnerability I absolutely loved.
I love how she portrayed
She
on
did
you.
an
I
incredible
absolutely
job
Amazing.
love it.
pretending to have brain
Amazing.
damage.
Dear
Yeah.
listeners, you have to watch this
Totally.
film. Yeah,
And,
read the book and watch the movie.
And Xander and Sarah, Xander who plays the flashback father,
Mhm.
and Sarah who plays Donna the mom, Xander Berkeley and Sarah Clark, they're in Maine and they brought such an authenticity to the role. And of course, I already talked to you about Stephen Ogg. He was terrifying on screen, but such a goofball, funny guy behind the scenes.
He plays Jamie's father, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I
Who
probably
is he's scary. He's supposed
he's
to be a
scary,
scary
but
dude.
we took him out to Matinic.
I was gonna
on
say
a Sunday
he
fun day,
gave
and
me big Matinicus
Oh,
vibes.
Man, they had the best time of their lives. The cast, we treated them Maine style to the way the life was. We took them out to an island. We did like lobster in the raw, like on the rough on the boat after cooking it, and you just eat it, and you don't
Yep.
have any butter, and then you just jump in, and we would just take them out on ATVs, and they were just stunned at how simple and yet how gorgeous life was.
Yeah.
I can imagine
yeah.
Miss Greer just being there, like, jump in the water. Come on.
Oh, she did.
You see what I had to do? Come on, go on.
She just went right in.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
right
awesome.
on.
Yeah.
That's
She was
amazing.
awesome.
No, that's incredible.
We had one of my Navy friends out from California, and he'd
Yeah.
never been to the East Coast really. And I showed him we drove out to the coast. He ate lobster like 6 times on
He
the
did
weekend.
in that one day. One day.
One day.
Just one day.
Kept eating it.
Lunch,
Yeah,
like
and
breakfast, lunch,
sending
and dinner.
it's like sending videos to his family, like, look what I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, pull over. I want to take a picture of this house. My wife's going to love it. Like, I'm like, you got to move out here. He's like, she's not going to, they live in San Diego.
Yeah.
He's like, she's not going to deal with the cold.
Nah.
I'm like, yeah, try it. Your kids can go sledding. It'll be great.
You'll love it.
Isn't it funny that lobster itself has become such the luxury food that everybody, they serve at the White House with
Yeah.
champagne, and yet
It used to
lobstermen
be
out
served to prisoners.
it used
It
to be
was
served
poor
at
man's
prisons.
food.
But if you lobster all the time, you bring in lobster home and you're making spaghetti out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing big.
That's so. Don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a classically trained chef.
Oh, I did not.
What's the craziest dish you have made with lobster?
Craziest. I'm gonna go.
And if it's thermidor, I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed.
I'm gonna go with the tried and true classic lobster chowder though,
Mm.
because
Really?
yeah, because that is a
Do
really.
you put the claws in?
I will do the entire base out of the body and get the base out of it, and then
Mhm.
I'll add that back in with a heavy cream and a shallot. I'm a home cook too, so I love working.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
I love
enough.
working with lobster.
Oh man, I hate the smell of roasted
I-
lobster shells.
I know.
I have done it so much. I have made enough lobster bisque to fill this room.
That's a lot.
I'll make
That's a
I'll make a
lot.
whole chunky lobster chowder though. I won't even do the
Yum.
bisque. I'm like, you're gonna get the whole thing.
All right,
So
fair
it's
enough.
like
Love that.
All right.
Fair enough. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
lobster chowder is
Yeah.
the dish for
Yep.
tasty.
Right. So we've talked about this before now, but I'm going to ask for the sake of the podcast. Now, where did you get access to all these lobster boats and the areas that you were filming at?
The bar, right?
Yeah, big big shout out to my Lobsterman friends, Ryan Post, Sherry Savage, and Dan Merriam. They were, plus some of family and friends of these guys too, who chipped in, but they were the backbone of getting our boats. The boat that is on the cover of the book and the title on the movie is Dan Merriam's boat. And they sacrificed almost an entire month in August of their fishing season to work on this film. And
a month?
Almost a month, yes. And it was...
Whoa.
It's unheard of. And this movie would not have been made without their contribution of their boats, the access to the wharves, the co-ops. We even got access to the Owl's Head Lighthouse, houses, everything. That was because of them.
Shout out to those guys big time.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you met them at the Sea Dog.
Yep, I met them all. I'm friends with them for like 30 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm in awe a little bit. This is so freaking cool.
You've been fangirling since I told you that Kay would come on the show.
Yep. Again, dear listeners, watch the movie twice. Within the same week.
Yeah. He finished the book in a day and then he watched the movie twice.
I did.
You're
I read the book.
Favorite kind of fan.
I read the book in a day. Yeah.
All right, I have questions for you.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
That's so exciting.
Get out of here.
So, I am a journalist by trade, so I ask a lot of questions of a lot of people. So I started in...
How did we do? Besides interrupting.
Right now, you're at a 0.
Right?
Fair enough.
No. Just kidding. No. You guys, you two burly, bearded dudes. Okay. If I figured there was going to be any kind of a podcast, I would think it would be about, beer brewing or how to
sourdough maybe
maybe
or how to fix an engine or something. And you two have
I can't do any of that.
gravitated towards romance novels, which is so unusual and is so cool. And with Phoebe's influences, I see what that is. But you also gravitate towards the spicy romance novels, which makes me I'm kind of giddy inside over this. It makes me laugh because I'm like, who does that? You guys are just interesting as a duo to begin with. But what made you decide to, as an entire topic of a podcast, go this direction?
Matt and I, he brought up the subject of a podcast because he went.
I've been wanting to do it.
Yeah, he went to school for audio and engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this whole setup here, I could not have done. Well, I mean, I probably could have with some Google searches, but he did it instinctually.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what we needed to buy, what we needed to use, and that's why we've got some good quality stuff.
I'm going to shout out to Sarah J. Maas one more time because I started reading the fucking ACOTAR books.
Yeah.
And I read the first one and then plowed through, all the puns intended, every single one of her books, and then Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I was just like, why am I not? Because I've been a prolific reader my entire life.
Yes.
That is my hobby. What I do is read.
But did you necessarily gravitate towards romance?
No.
Okay, so this is such a new venture for you.
Fantasy, absolutely.
Yes.
Fantasy is a big one. So, and then I started talking to Matt about these romantasy novels I was reading. It was like, hey, what if we did this podcast?
Right. Yeah. And then I think you had said, let's call it paperback romance. And I'm like, no, it's paperback bromance.
There you go. Yep. And I was just like, how about you don't read the book?
Yeah. I'm like,
why don't you just read the first and last? I was like, you read the first and last chapter and I'll read the rest of it. And then I'm 14 novels deep. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we decided
and
we
I've
need
started
some female,
15 already.
We needed some female perspective. So we brought Phoebe in and then we're like, but she's only going to read the smut.
Yeah.
Just to torture her a little bit.
Sometimes it's a little difficult because I'm like,
there's no context.
There's no context, and then I get wrapped up in it, and I'm like,
she starts
oh
to
my
break
God,
the rules.
I do. Well, I just can't stop.
So she just keeps reading because she's
keep
hooked.
reading.
She needs to know what the characters are doing.
You know what? And surprisingly, some of these books are way better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really impressed about your podcast and how you come at it with your tone and your subject matter. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in the last 20 years, readership of any books at all has been down almost 40%.
Yep, that's dropped significantly.
All the competition of iPads and phones and streaming and whatnot.
It's too easy to entertain yourself.
Right. And I really think it's very cool to that you guys do this podcast and that you are promoting main authors too, because that is what we need to do as authors to survive, really.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right,
I'm looking forward to reading your other books.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And
Oh my
they're
gosh, me
so
too.
we can
So excited.
before we close everything out. We've been at
Are we
this
ready
for
to close
almost
things out?
Not quite, because I wanted to.
Okay. I still wanted to address the last question that Kay asked a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Please, Matt.
Because
I am sorry.
I got, of course, reading romance novels wasn't my thing, but David brought it up and was like, okay, this can be hilarious. And for reasons why you asked the question is no one expects that from us.
This is ridiculous.
It is.
And I very much like to go against the grain. I'm a cancer survivor. And after going through that, I literally stopped caring what anyone thinks about me.
Yeah.
I wear pink mesh tank tops.
Are
I
you
paint
sure
my nails.
it wasn't when you
Daisy
got hit by
Dukes.
the car?
Well, that's the first time I almost died, but it's
Oh, that was from the fireball.
Yeah.
No, just good old-fashioned bourbon.
it was something. I don't know. I think that
Anyway,
might have been Seamus.
we digress.
We digress.
Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, I was just, I like doing the weird and unexpected. It's fun for me.
Mhm.
And I like when people are just like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like,
Right.
don't worry about it. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
just shut up and listen. And I guess I never really, I've always wanted to do a podcast. I started back I used to own a donut shop, and so I worked by myself late at
Willow
night.
Bake Shop. You might
Willow
have
Bake
been
Shop, yeah. I worked by myself late at night, nobody to talk to, and really got sick of listening to the BBC
Yeah.
because that's the only fucking thing that's on late at night or early morning, whichever way you want to look at it. So I started listening to podcasts, in particular audio dramas and true crime,
Oh, that makes sense.
because I love stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love stories. That's why I was so gravitated to your book and to the movie itself, because it's such a great story.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
all
I-
the accolades, Kay.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like in the timeline we're in and the news cycle we're constantly in, you do need to have books that take you out of that timeline and put you into, 18th century or 19th century or wherever, A Hobbit. I don't care where you go.
Or
but-
2009 in Maine.
or 2009 in Maine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. That
So-
was, it's great to just get out of your space, out of your world, and distract yourself. And as me, someone with a lot of anxiety, I love getting myself out of my head, out of my element.
Mhm.
Girl, he was
Out of my
pacing,
surrounding.
like waiting for you to get here.
I was
It was
pacing.
just pace. Like, and she's bringing her husband. And I don't have another microphone for her husband.
I didn't know this.
Right, I got a couch. I got a place for him to sit.
so good.
And he walked in and was just like, no, I'm just dropping her off.
Yeah.
Peace out. Have a good time.
Yeah.
That's so
But of
fun.
course, I was still
'Cause-
ramped up.
And
But,
everything worked out just fine.
Well, of course. But what's great for anxiety is Dr. Lovejoy's
Dr.
Citrus
Lovejoy.
Social Tonic.
oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Just drink one of those and just settle right down. Well, Kay, did you have any other questions for us, or was it just the one?
No, I just wanted to
Because that was a damn good question.
I just
Someone had to ask it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me, because I know what
Absolute
you're
honor.
doing is kind of a little bit of a groundbreaking podcast with you two dudes talking about romance and then Phoebe chiming in. I kind of like it.
Our
so.
giggly
Thank you.
sidekick.
Phoebe went and looked it up and tried to see if there was anyone else doing what we're doing.
No,
and they
you're,
just
you're
aren't.
one of a kind.
There's
yeah,
not.
there's like kind of some people, but it's different. It's not what
They're
we're
mainly
doing.
focusing on the romantasy stuff
Yeah.
that I was just talking about
Just-
earlier.
and like
but-
just like really quick, like on a scale of 1 to 5, this is a 5 or a 3. Like it's not going in depth into the
talking
Right.
about the
book.
story.
Which we
Yeah.
wanted to do,
Yeah.
and add our comedy element to it, of course, and just be weird.
Yeah.
And it's great to have
Being weird's my
authors
favorite.
on.
Yeah.
I'm very happy you were able
Utterly
to do this
ridiculous.
with us,
Yeah.
and hopefully,
Oh, and we're going to have
do
you
this-
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'd
yeah.
love
Oh,
to
you're
have
going to be
you
back.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
yeah.
have to have you back.
Definitely.
Because you've also got another book out
Yes.
now, By the Dark of the Moon.
Yep.
And you said there's going to be a sequel to that as well.
Yeah, I just got back from Ireland about a month ago, and this is a very Celtic, Irish-inspired book about Irish folklore of Selkies and rum runners. So we're still going back to lobstermen, but
That
it's
sounds awesome.
the
Yeah.
year 1927, and lobstermen are rum runners because they were the
Yeah.
first rum runners in the in the entire United States.
Oh, okay. That's a whole other episode.
Oh,
Let's,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to
Okay.
that.
That's awesome.
So exciting.
And there's Selkie sex in that one. so-
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get to that. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, in the first or the second one? Or
The
both?
This first one here.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you'll get some steam.
Qualifies as romance.
Okay, there
I
we go.
told you.
Yeah.
All right. Now David's got something else to do this weekend. He's going to read another.
Gotta read another book, David.
Another book.
Yeah, put it on the list. All right, guys. Well, as always, I have been Matt. Thank you for listening to Paperback Bromance, brought to you by Dr. Lovejoy's Maine Made Elixirs. Thank you very much, Kay, for being on the show with us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Psyched to be here.
Paperback Bromance was not written by David Joseph this episode because we did this freeform, guys. It is produced and edited by Matt Mulry. Our artwork and giggly sidekick is always Phoebe. Please like, rate, review, and subscribe. And thank you again to our special guest, Kay Stevens. Holy crap, I still can't believe I just interviewed an author.
Oh,
And we will see you next time.
I'll be here. Pop a beer for me.